Hi, and welcome to another product demo. And in this demo today, I'm going to show you one of my favorite, and I'll probably say this about quite a few products, one of my favorite talking clocks, primarily because it actually sounds so good and all the functions in it also talk, plus the fact it's also very easy to use. So the product ID for this one is ES, as in E for elephant, S for snake, 5015, and it's the talking cube clock or talking cube alarm clock. So I've got it here on the desk, and the first thing you'll notice is it's blue, and it's got this nice big silver button on top, which is, if I press it,
it's 2:25 p.m.
gives me the time in a nice clear English voice. And the rest of the clock's actually pretty basic on the outside. It's behind the battery compartment that, or you can do all the settings for the actual clock itself. But on the front face here, if I turn it over, you've got the speaker on the front, which of course was facing me. And if I just turn it around 180 degrees, here's the actual back of the actual clock. And of course, it's a big battery door to take the battery out, put the batteries in, which I'll mention in a minute, and also a setting button and a mode button on the top, and a volume control in the middle. And that's literally all there is to the clock. And of course, on the bottom here, we've got 4 nice rubber feet to stop it sliding on a surface. So let me just put it on its speaker on the table. So I've got the compartment facing up at me, and just for people that can't see the screen, the talking button is now facing away from me, and the feet on the bottom of the clock are facing back towards me. And the voice is a bit muffled now because I've literally got the speaker sitting on the table. Now I'm going to take my finger down to this little latch here, pull my finger underneath it and pull it up and back, and I've just taken the battery door. I'm just going to put that next to it. I'll put it right out of the way, get distracted then. All right, so on the bottom third of the battery compartment, visually you can see 2 batteries. Now, what happens with this particular clock is it's got a module for the battery. So you take this module out, and it's connected, of course, to the rest of the unit itself, but it's also got 2 allowances for 2 batteries on top and 2 batteries underneath. So there's 4 batteries altogether. Now, when I opened the box up, I thought, oh, look, there's 4 batteries, 2 for use, 2 for spare. But no, you've got to put 2 batteries on top, which I've got here now. And of course, in the rest of the unit underneath, there's the other 2 batteries. So it does take 4 AA batteries. Don't be like me and just assume that you just stick 2 batteries in the top of the battery compartment, because it won't work. And I never read the manual, so that was naughty on my part. And then the top third of the actual clock here, we've got 2 buttons. We've got a left button and a right button. The left button is square, the right button is round. So the left button, the square one, cycles you between the different settings, and the round right button, the right-hand side, allows you to actually select or change an option in the current setting that you've moved to with the left square button. And then, of course, the volume rotor in the middle, which is just a good old round button, or it's not even it's not a button, it's a knob, a knob that you can turn left and right like an old-fashioned radio. So if I turn it all the way to the left, and I just take the speaker off the actual desk a bit,
2:29.
so that's the lower volume. If I turn it up full bore, so turn to the right, turn to the right, turn to the right, that's now full bore. Let's see what the volume sounds like.
It's 2:29 p.m.
Okay, so nice and loud. So I'm going to turn it back a little bit to mid-range. Let's just check it again.
It's 2:29 p.m.
So that's what the volume sounds like. Now, what I'm going to probably do is when I'm going through this different settings, I'm pressing the left-hand square button. Just to keep things nice and easy, I'm going to say square button, and I'm going to say round button. So squares on the left, rounds on the right. Now, if I press the round button as we're just sitting here,
alarm on 5:00 p.m.
Okay, it says 5 o'clock p. Did it say p.m.? Let's just double check.
Alarm on 5:00 p.m.
It did say 5 o'clock p.m. That's the time I tend to take the shopping in, the washing off the clothesline. Now, so that tells me that the alarm's on and the current sound it's using, which is the cooker clock. All right, I'm going to press the square button once on the left-hand side.
Announce on.
Now it's on. So I press the right-hand round button.
Announce off.
I've turned it off. Press it again.
Announce on.
I've turned it back on again. So of course that's an hourly announcement. Pressing the left square button.
Alarm on.
Alarm on. Pressing the right round button.
Alarm off.
Alarm off. If I press it again.
Alarm on.
I've turned it back on again. Pressing left square button.
Alarm hour 5.
Alarm hour. Now if I press the mode button, if I press the round button on the right hand side.
Hour 6. Hour 7. Hour 8.
And of course, to
9,
get back to where I
hour
was,
10. Hour 11. Hour 12. Hour 1. Hour 2. Hour 3. Hour
you really got to
4,
try and
hour
wait for it to
5.
stop talking. Let me just leave it at that particular 5, because if I now press the left square button,
Alarm minute 0.
I'm going to leave it at minutes 0. So of course, if I press the round right button,
Minute 1.
minute 1,
Minute 2.
that's fine. Pressing the left square button.
Alarm PM.
Now that's why I wasn't fussed about changing or going right around to 5 p.m. if you like, because if I press the round right button now,
Alarm AM.
press it again,
Alarm PM.
I can change between AM and PM. So left square button.
Alarm.
Here are the different sounds for the clock. So that's the cuckoo clock. I press the press the round right button.
Alarm.
That's another sound.
Alarm.
That's sort of an old-fashioned alarm clock, but not quite.
Alarm.
That's like my old Nana's clock. I remember that. You know, the one with had the sort of the two was it bells on top with the clapper in between. That's what that sounded like. If I press it again,
Alarm.
that's supposed to be like a digital alarm. Pressing it again,
Alarm.
and I'm back to the cuckoo clock. So pressing the left square button.
Clock hour 2.
So this is clock hour 2. And of course, if I press the round right button, it's going to say 3, 4, 5, and so on. If I press the left square button again,
Clock minute 32.
okay, so it's currently 32. If I press it again, the right round button, it's going to say 33, which I'll probably do now.
Minute 33. Minute 34.
And I'll just leave that for the moment. And then if I press the left square button,
Clock PM.
PM, and of course I press the right round button,
Clock AM.
AM, or
Clock PM.
again, PM, pressing the left square button again,
It's 2:34 PM.
and I'm back to the current time. So if I press the round button by itself now,
Alarm on 5:02 PM.
and it's ready to go. So you see us trying to find where you put the battery compartment door. All right, now for some odd reason, I always get this back to front when I put it on. So just to let you know when you're doing it, sometimes I try and put it on, I don't know why, this way, which is of course not going to work. So because it's got the little latch here facing up. So the best way that I remember myself is that the top of the door, that's the correct way up, is nice and smooth. And then you've got this sort of indented writing area. And of course the clip down the bottom here that clips into the bottom of the clock on the back. So I put these two little tabs underneath the edge on the top, closest to the top face of the clock, and then push down and it clips in. So then if I just pick the clock up, turn it around, so now the actual speaker's facing me, the battery door is the furthest away from me on the back, and then I've just got the silver button at the top. So if I press it now,
It's 2:35 PM.
and we're off to go again. So look, this is a really nice clock to use. There's nothing in it that's not accessible. The whole thing talks. As you could tell, I could do announcements on and off. We could do the alarm on and off. We could set the hour and minutes and AM, PM for the alarm and for the time. And we could also change the type of alarm that we wanted to listen to. I've just normally just choose the cuckoo clock because that's my favorite sound. But anyway, if you want any more information about the Talking Cube clock, ES5015, then please contact the Vision Australia Vision Store. And the phone number is 1300 847 466. That number again, 1300 847 466. Or you can email visionstore visionaustralia.org. So email address again, visionstore@visionaustralia.org. And of course, you can also pop up on our shop webpage, which of course is all the HTTPSs //shop.visionaustralia.org, and either stick in Talking Cube Clock or stick in ES5015, and you can purchase and have a fantastic time with this really, really nice sounding talking clock, particularly with the volume, because some people find the talking clocks either a higher pitched frequency or aren't loud enough to listen to. And this one certainly caters for quite a good lot of people with different hearing issues. Anyway, that will do me for this particular product demo on the Talking Cube clock. As always, thank you for your attention, and bye for now.